Hey everybody, great to see you here for Brick and Brood's first live stream. I'm joined here with Tannjam, as a lot of you guys probably already know him. So thank you very much, Tanner, for being my first guest on the inaugural live stream on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invite.
Oh, it was no problem. I was really inspired by the taxi that you did here. I was going to show this off, but this isn't exactly the taxi that you made, is it?
No, it's funny though that that one there and what you're holding in your hand is the reason, the whole thing that started my my design process.
Yes, I know. I remember you saying that they could have done a better job, especially at least maybe having a minifigure fit in there, right?
Right.
It's pretty ridiculous. Although after seeing their taxi from the Ultimate Bridge battle that I just made here, it's they don't make the best taxis for sure.
Yeah, they've started to upgrade some a bit on them. The one that came out with the Daily Bugle was decent enough, and
fair enough.
And the gift purchase one was nice, although it doesn't really look like a taxi. It looks different than that, but yeah.
No, that's true. Is there only a single passenger? Or sorry, is there only a single driver in the new one too as well, though?
The new one, you can fit a passenger, but he's like directly behind the driver.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't built that one yet. It's on the list of sets to get built at some point here. But I'm glad I finally sourced all the pieces for your set, and now we're able to build them.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. I'm gonna head over to rebrickable.com here and share your page. So everybody, this is Tanner's Rebrickable page. If you go to rebrickable.com, you will see some of the designs that he has available. Some pretty cool art pieces. I like that. And the one we're gonna be working on today will be the yellow taxi. But let's just take a quick look before we get into yellow taxi here, or the yellow taxi. Let's just out of your 6 builds that you have here, which one do you think is your favorite one?
It probably is the taxi, although there's kind of a special place in my heart for the Shipwreck Survivor Brickhead. Most people know and say hello to everybody in the chat. So Brick Building Biker, Parkdale Playboy, David S, Brett Hooper is here, PBJ.
Hey. Oh yes! Oh my gosh, I'm such an amateur at this, guys. Thank you very much. Hey, Easy. Hey, PJ, Jay, Easy Craftsman, Hooper. Yes, Cam Guy. Thank you for showing up, guys.
Absolutely.
Kevin's here. Awesome. David S. Snowlena. There's something earlier there. Parkdale Playboy. Awesome. Yeah, you're a veteran at the streams here. You're all over the chat there. Thank you very much, Tanner.
Yeah, it's all good. So,
Oldendorf.
Hey, Oldendorf. Nice to see you, buddy. So I think everybody knows I don't know why, most people pick a signature figure and they pick something that looks like them. And this guy came out in the 2021 Collectible Minifigure series, and he just he spoke to me. He's my spirit animal. So this is the guy that I picked to be my signature figure. As you can see, I'm not bearded or shirtless, although we might be able to change that depending on how much
maybe not on this stream, maybe on a later stream.
Not on this stream, but yeah. But I just love this guy, and so it was actually Brett Hooper says it looks just like me. I obviously adopted this guy as my sig fig, and then it was crazy. Jane Doe or Aspen, she decided she wanted to make a brickhead of her signature figure, and I'm a big brickhead fan too. I've got almost every single one of them except for like the special Comic-Con ones. So she made one, and it was epic. It looked just like her sig fig. And then the Toadborg or Jason, he made one, and it was pretty epic. Looked just like him as well. And yeah, the crab too. And so I just decided I had to make a brickhead just to add to my brickhead collection, and this is what I did here. Kind of brickheads aren't super difficult to make. I adopted a lot of things from like the Aquaman brickhead to do the beard, and I think I used like Luke Skywalker's hair part and figured out from there. I came up with a little hermit crab on my own. And then the thing I'm the proudest of is the little shell print piece. So that's I've got him here, but that's a piece from the 80s, and a lot of you may have had one of the old Shell gas stations, but he's got a little printed piece, and it looks just like his Shell necklace that he's got. So
That's awesome.
Very proud of this one.
That's very familiar. I'd have to dig up my parents' old sets for my brother, but I knew that Shell was like one of their early companies that they kind of made sets for. Hey there, Snowlina.
Hey, Snowlina.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
That's this one holds a special place in my heart, but the Taxi's probably my favorite one so far. I just came out really well, and it's been the most popular one I've had on Rebrickable for the premium buys. I'm over 50.
Oh, nice.
50.
Congratulations. That's awesome. It's got the working trunk in the back there.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I just you showed off the box that thank you, PBJ. You showed off the box that of that Creator Taxi that came out in 2021, and I've got a City. Andrew, you've got a City.
Yep.
Some of the things that we lack are some really nice vehicles, and maybe 1 in 3 modulars comes with a vehicle, and they're usually really nice. They're those vintage style cars. They're not some of the new really modern looking cars that you see in the city sets or the town sets. So I had made a police car to go with the police station when they announced it, because and when they showed pictures, they didn't come with a police car, and so I wanted the old vintage police style car, and this is what I came with there. And borrowed a lot here just on the chassis from the pink Cadillac from Downtown Diner, and then just kind of tweak some things here and there to make a nice vintage cop car to go with that. But then the same thing, we had heard that they were coming out with a Taxi in 2021. And I was hopeful because, as you had mentioned, there wasn't a good Taxi before. I was looking for something that was, a nice New York style checker cab to go in my city and with that vintage look. And then they showed that Creator one, and just disappointment, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Can't even fit a minifigure in it. It just looks terrible. So I set about to design one that looked way better than that you could get not just one minifigure in, but you can get 3 in this Taxi. So you can fit a driver, a passenger, and a guy in the back, and a hermit crab in case you want to.
Yes, there you go.
In.
Where's the overview? There it is.
Yeah, you said,
that's awesome.
Working trunk, so you can fit some suitcases and luggage in there, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of
this. What's under the hood?
Nothing's under the hood. Well, let's see.
There's not very many cars like at this scale that can fit 3 people in it, right?
Right. Yeah. It's very difficult going a 6-wide car to do that. Hey, Cosmo Candy, nice to see you here.
Oh, excellent. Yes. Hey, Cosmo. Awesome. Thanks for everybody for showing up here. I appreciate that. All right. So let's just take a quick look here at your instructions real quick. We're not going to show everything, obviously, but we'll just show the intro here. So modular scale Lego yellow Taxi by Tannjam. Pretty cool. See the first step here. Looks just like Lego instructions.
Yeah, I strive to make them easy to follow, and between pulling some models off Rebrickable myself and some of our friends that have downloaded them, they've struggled with some of the instructions that are out there. If people just kind of throw whatever out, the studio module, which is what I build the instructions in, isn't super user friendly. It does take a lot of fiddling and tweaking, and I just wanted to make it so it's hopefully easy to build. And you got to be conscious of how many parts to add to each step. You don't want too many parts or too few parts. You got to be conscious of what angle to rotate your model so that people can see where you're putting your parts on. So I'm hoping
this very first step here is slightly tricky if you weren't paying attention doing a live stream here. I like that. That's cool. I'll take that one off now here.
And Brian Jorgensen's here. Hello, Brian. And Benjamin Astel is here. Welcome.
Oh, awesome. Hey, what's going on, Ben? Hey, Brian. Thanks for showing up. We're just getting into Tanner's Taxi right here. Just explained a little bit about the beginnings of this taxi. The instructions. Did you? Where did you? Like, I guess you designed this using a program, and were the instructions from the same program as well?
Yeah. So I designed the taxi in Bricklink stud.io or Studio, and then I crafted the instructions off of their module in that program, and then you can export those as a PDF. Now, what's funny is I built it in Studio, and I was so excited about it that I uploaded it to Rebrickable right away before I had even ordered the parts to build it myself. And so,
oh, geez. Yeah, I could see that.
I was waiting. Easy says, I think Tanner's building his taxi wrong. Yeah, I'm looking at the new DeLorean, but so I had parts on order and I uploaded it to Rebrickable, and then I got my parts, and I had sold a couple, not a lot, in that same time period. And so I started building it, and I realized that I had made a little bit of a mistake when I tried to get the minifigures in there. And so I had to quickly, I think, like I said, I think I had sold 2, but I had to quickly change out or do a slight tweak to the design and reload instructions. And I sent out an apology note to the 2 people that bought it and said, hey, I'd be glad to give you a refund if you want one. They didn't ask for one, obviously, for $1, but
yeah,
was definitely a lesson learned that you don't upload until you've actually built your model yourself.
Yeah, I've heard there's some pretty terrible instructions on there. I've seen a couple myself, but not too many. But I've heard like on rebrickable.com, some of them are just not very coherent when you're trying to build. So far, so good. I'm on step 4, and looking good.
Excellent. Yeah, it's just like you said, that's something I'm really conscientious about. I don't want somebody to pick up my design and not be able to build it without asking me a lot of questions or without scratching their head. So I took a lot of care to hopefully get it right and make it easy to follow.
Well, so far so good. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll have to start looking into that cab at some point here and start getting some of those parts in. When I was doing the purchasing on these parts I got from Bricklink, I started buying a few extra chassis and a few extra different windshields, just in case I decide to make my own car or a different variation of a vehicle, maybe.
Absolutely. I mean, when you go into the design process, or at least I do, is I've spoken to this before, but I try to solve a problem. That's the best way for me to get inspired when I'm doing a design. It's I've got an issue and I need to figure out how to make something. And like I said, for this one, my issue was Lego didn't have any good vintage taxis out there. When I looked on Rebrickable, there weren't a ton of really good ones on Rebrickable either. And that's probably why this has been somewhat popular as well, is because there aren't a lot of, modular scale taxis out there available. So now Lego then designed not 1, but 2 that looked decent, and probably cut into my sales quite a bit, but that's okay.
Hey, Jenny Bricks. Hey, She Trooper. Thanks for stopping by here tonight.
Hey, and
just getting our taxi on over here
from Australia. Welcome, Ocean Blue Bricks.
Oh, ocean blue bricks. Awesome.
You know, it's funny as you're building there. Let me know when you get to those T pieces, because there's a funny story about why I put the Technic T pieces in there.
All right, cool. You got it. Yeah, this is neat. I've done a few rebrickable like builds, but usually like the Disney costume store, like the big modular. I haven't done any like small builds like this. So yeah, it's really cool that there's so many people out there that are so creative and have the ability to share their stuff on the internet like that. And yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely, yeah. When we were kids, we didn't have those features available. We had to use the old imagination and figure it out ourselves. And it's nice that, like you said, so many creative people out there, so much inspiration out there to look at, and you know, people share things that you can download and buy. And I've built several things from Rebrickable from others that are way more creative than me, but yeah, it's something I think everybody should try to, you know, design something on their own, and then maybe even try and put some instructions out there for it.
Yeah, that's I kind of well, I modified the bridge, and as far as like trying to make instructions for that, no, I don't think I'll be getting into that. There is some instructions on rebrickable.com for that bridge upgraded with the new road plates, but they just built the siding right onto the road plate. Like they didn't keep any of the features. They just literally just slapped the road plates on top of it, and so it's fine. But it's like the instructions for that would be not as hard as what I just did over there. I guess you can see it on you, right? I bet it's not that bright, maybe.
Yeah, you can see it there in the background.
Yeah, so it's just sitting right there in an odd spot. But my when I eventually move, I'm going to have it in a nice layout there, and I've got a plan kind of already set. Hey, Brixie, what's going on, dude? Thanks for showing
Jordan,
up.
Nice to see you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Andrew, I think you'd have a lot of people interested in that bridge. It's a work of art. It's epic. It's large. It's something people could put in their cities. It's something people could just display.
For sure. I doubt very many people would try to tackle it. Somebody might, for sure.
You just never know. Like I said, I think it's epic. I think the way you kept the play features, or worked out how to design the play features, and like you said, problem to solve, right? You just some iterations and solve that problem, and you got an epic result. I can understand why you wouldn't want to make instructions, because it would be incredibly tedious for a piece that large. Yeah, take a look at that, everybody. Just epic.
Yeah, so like this right here, like I wouldn't want to regenerate it. Like I think, yeah, for sure, or not regenerate it, have to remake it all piece by piece in the studio. I mean, yeah, I'm not saying never, but not anytime soon for sure. But Kevin's got a nice bridge as well. He did something similar as this as well. I think his might be four lanes wide.
Yeah, I think he went 4 lanes wide, and he put a median in there between them. So yeah, he but again, that was something where he saw yours and got inspired as well, and then got to work. So it's just I think it's amazing what this community means to each other. We can watch other people do things. We can get some inspiration, and then we can let our creativity go to town. So
for sure.
Jane Doe's in the house. Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Jane. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see everybody here tonight. Really appreciate you guys all showing up here, giving your support, checking out this amazing taxi that Tanner built here. Yeah, we're going pretty good here. I'm on step 6 still, though. Let me finish this one up. So, Brick World. Let's just do a little quick talk on that. You pretty pumped for that, or what?
I am. Yeah, I'm incredibly pumped for Brick World. Obviously, you know, I've only been to one convention. I went to one here last year, and it was a little bit smaller one. But just seeing some of the things, you know, I think it was Brett Hooper who was posting some great pictures and stuff from Bricks Cascade in Oregon, and that just looked like an epic time. Not only all the amazing builds that you see there, because there's just so much to see there. But then being able to, shake the hand or give somebody a hug that you've been talking to online for a while, that you've been building with, that you've never really officially met, being able to see that, being able to talk with them, it's going to be an epic time.
Oh, for sure, man. I definitely I think I don't know the exact date, but it has to be a couple of years ago now that we probably met through Brixie's channel there, and a bunch of people here as well. And I don't know, as far as Lego in the sense of community, I had no idea. I'm sure it was always there. I'm sure as well it's grown over the last couple of years due to the situation the whole world's been in. Yeah. But I know before this happened, it was there, and a lot of people were doing their thing, and it's pretty cool. I was watching Beyond the Brick was one of my first channels I used to watch a lot, and they would always go to the conventions, and I'd always be so jealous because all the conventions were in the States, or they'd be somewhere in Europe or even Australia, and I don't think there was any in Canada. And when I looked into it, there's one called Bricks in the Six, which is Toronto, and I think the one year I potentially could have went, and I just didn't. I don't know if I knew enough information about it, or anyways, I missed it. And then when I finally was more interested, in the last couple of years here, due to the pandemic, it was shut down for a couple of years here. So, and I don't think they're doing it in 2022. They could be. I don't want to say that they're not for sure. I hope they are. Yeah. But if they are, I'm definitely going to be checking it out. But
it's crazy. I never watched YouTube videos. I never, hey, Click and Cliff, welcome. I never watched YouTube videos for the longest time, and wasn't really ingrained in the community. It's funny, when Lego Masters came out, I didn't know who some of these guys were, and then I realized they were really ingrained in the Lego community before they were on Lego Masters, guys like Boone and some of the others. But I was I was building my fledgling city, and I was just trying to get an idea of some different layouts, and happened across Jordan's channel and liked at least the layout. So I started kind of tuning in here and there and watching some of that, found a couple other city layouts that I liked. And then suddenly Easy Craftman says that I'm more of a Vine guy. Yeah. I started tuning into some live streams, and that was something I'd never done before. I'd never commented on a live stream.
Nope.
About that,
Me either.
And
until now, for sure.
Yeah. And then just kind of the rest is history. So I'm so glad to be a part of it, because Lego's such a passion for me, and it is for you too, Andrew. You can tell it just in everything you do.
Thank you.
So being able to talk about that, I can't talk about Lego with my family like I can talk with some of you folks, because they're not as into it as I am. I can't talk about it with my coworkers because they don't understand it. It's lovely to have a community that you can just bear all, share all when it comes to the brick, right?
Oh, for sure. No, it's really incredible. And like I said before, it was something that I didn't foresee. And it was a nice break, I guess, from what was going on in the world and whatnot, and still today, carrying it on.
Absolutely.
And to finally, I guess this just started off by talking about Brick World, to finally be able to meet everybody, for sure. It's pretty incredible. There's so many people that are going, and I don't know if everyone keeps hearing that more people are coming, and others are just I don't want to miss out, because there's always that fear of missing out, watching all those people at the Bricks Cascade. It was cool that I don't know if Brett's still here. He did a live stream for a bit there, and just seeing him and Kate and all those people. A million people were there. Thomas was there, and a bunch of other people were there, just hanging out. And it's oh, I know that person, and oh man, that'd be so cool to be able to say hi, I guess, and look at all the other different Lego displays.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm really fired up about. I went to the one convention here last year, and it was smaller. There were 3 featured builders, and they were all, just epic stuff. But Brick World is obviously on a scale way larger than than this one was, than Brick Universe St. Louis was. And so just being able to see some of those things out there, like I've seen, Jane Doe went to a convention in Melbourne, and it was just amazing, some of the stuff you see featured there, right? So I'm looking forward to that for sure. And like you said, it'll be nice to meet everybody. It'll be nice to talk Lego with them, for talk shop with them for a few days, to
definitely
see that kind of stuff, to hopefully find some good deals on some sets. And it'll be an experience like no other, I think.
Yes. And the one cool thing about it is, like, we kind of waited like 2 years almost for this, and then now going forward, like, I mean, waiting a year to go to Brick World isn't that bad, but potentially there might be other ones like to go to, right?
Absolutely.
Going forward. So I think that's what's kind of exciting. So, like, I guess even if you weren't able to make it to this one, there's still going to be other things in the future now that everything's starting to open back up, and now that the community is like so I don't say so big, so close, I guess, that you can like, everyone kind of knows each other, and there's people from all over. Like, potentially, if you're going to any Lego event, you might be able to see somebody that you know.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool.
Looks like Ashley's here. She says, cool build, Cam. Cough.
Oh, thanks. I'm trying to keep it in the space here. I'm trying not to move it too bad there. Thanks, Ashley. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she's chirping me. Yeah, thanks.
She must have helped you set up that cam.
Well, I'll admit to you guys here, the one issue I'm running into is my building instructions are on my computer, so I'm flipping back and forth between. Yeah. So yeah, I'm trying my best here.
You're doing fine. Ocean Blue.
Thank you very much, Jane Doe, for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks, Jane Doe. Take care. Ocean Blue Brick says, Brick and Brew Tannjam would love to hear how you go about the design process. It's a real mystery to me.
There you go. Yeah, I'm not much of a designer quite yet. I hope to get into some more designing. That was more modification, but I definitely am interested into hear what Tanner has to say about how he came up with this, or just designs in general. He saw, I think, 6 in his store, and that's just the ones that he displays on Redrickable. I'm sure he's got more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was obviously inspiration's a big factor. So I will look at how other people build and some techniques people will use. I will look at pictures for kind of the shape I'm trying to get out of my build, and then it's just really iteration and reiteration. It's constantly doing things. It helps to have, and I don't have anywhere near a knowledge that some of the master builders do of the catalog, but it helps to know what parts are out there, what parts you can use to create the shape that you're looking for, and then it's just try again, right? Keep changing things. I've found that I can build pretty proficiently in studio now, although it's still better to have your hands on the bricks, because then you can figure out, if there isn't some hidden design issues that you run into in studio, or some conflicts. But it's really just find some inspiration, either another build or a picture, or something in your head, and then continue to work until you can figure it out. And then you gotta obviously need to make something that's structurally sound, right? That's a big part. I know a couple of people have downloaded some models, and the structure is just really tough. In fact, Eric was working on the Great Fishing Boat that was part of the Bricklink designer program, and just structurally, it's a difficult model, according to Eric, to do, which is kind of a disappointment, right? I can see it, because when you're building angles and you're trying to get certain shapes out of bricks, it's difficult to do that and get sound structure, get a strong build. But you got to just keep that in mind when you're doing the design process.
I find, like, when I'm thinking about doing some custom designs, and like I think at the very beginning, before I started buying like a lot of sets, I was just working with the bricks that we had, and I was kind of excited to just work with like the multicolored stuff, like not like having it like just the classic kind of things. But and then even now that I got more sets and like I got more pieces to work with, one thing I find is like I have an issue like finding like how to work. Like I don't want to I don't want to keep doing the same thing. Like having different designs or different techniques around. Like I don't want it to look like uniform 100% or like I get stuck with that. So like I'm just being basic and plain maybe, and you add a few things here or there. But I kind of feel that might partly be to like the parts that I have in front of me. I mean, I haven't tried so much lately. I got a lot more organized now. But I'm thinking it might be easier doing some of the designing on like the programs where you have all the pieces at your disposal.
Absolutely.
But and then just order those parts. Like,
absolutely.
do you think? Yeah, do you find that's easier for designing?
Yeah, absolutely. I do. I don't have a big collection of bulk like some builders do, and you can use parts that you have and come up with a basic design, but it also helps to just to fiddle around in studio and to work out a design with the catalog, because you can get every single brick known to
Yep.
and make your model, and then it's so easy to just 2 clicks and you can order right from Bricklink, and there you go. You've got what you need. So yeah, I always found I did find it easier to work in studio when you don't have a big collection of parts to work with.
So as far as the programs go, can you explain? You're better at it because you would know the programs. Because there's 2 different programs, but as far as I know, one of them is going to be obsolete soon.
Yeah. So let's see. I'm Bored Toys is here. Hello, Kevin. Nice to see you. Brixie says it's easier just to build Tannjam stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't sell yourself short, my friend. You get some good stuff when you build as well. So yeah, there's really
I'm Bored Toys.
2 big digital programs that kind of ruled the market. There was Lego Digital Designer, which was the program for the longest time. It had the best catalog for the longest time.
Hello, Jake. Hey, Brick Monkey.
Hey, Lynn. Nice to see you. She said you can put some junk in the trunk. You absolutely can.
Yes.
I think Brick Monkey was one of my first patrons, and she was one of the first people to build my taxi, and
nice.
Very, very, very appreciative of that.
I looked it up. I bought it over a year ago, but I haven't built it till now.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard that they were available, I was like, I better get this. But I probably had the updated version, I guess.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You do. I hope you do.
Yeah. We'll see. I just went to the website and downloaded the newest instructions, so it should be good.
Hey, Brick Hive's here. Hello, Brick Hive and Cosmo.
Hey, Brick Hive. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you, everyone. So yeah, you had Lego Digital Designer, and it was had a very nice instructions module, but Lego kind of stopped updating it. So some of the pieces or some of the catalog didn't make it in there, and then they just stopped supporting it. And then they bought Bricklink, and Studio was coming on board, and so now LDD is being retired. Lego Digital Designer. Hey, Copper, nice to see you.
Oh, hey, Copper. Hey, Cliff. You're saying, hey, Cliff's already here.
Oh, it's all good. So yeah, Studio is basically the program now because the Digital Designer is not being supported. It won't get any of the new parts imported to it. You could still use the version that's out there, but Lego's no longer going to support it. Okay.
And I thought, sorry, did you say that the one that they're not supporting was a better program in the end, or no?
It's really, it had some better features. So the instruction module was much nicer. It was much easier to make instructions. Hey, Brickman's here. Nice to see you, sir. So yeah, the instruction module was much better. I think it was just easier to manipulate models and to turn pieces as well, just in my opinion. Now, Studio is not difficult, especially once you get the hang of it and you mess around in there. If you've ever done CAD drafting or worked in AutoCAD or any kind of computer aided design program, you can really pick up the studio methodology pretty quickly.
I'm on to the part now with the T sections here.
So when I was,
should I start putting them together or wait?
No, you can go ahead. So when I was designing this, I wanted to get a curved hood, at least in the front, and put headlights on with the curvature there.
That's a cool idea for sure.
And people probably thought, well, why didn't you just use this piece? So this piece here is a really easy way to achieve that. And you can just, it's a system brick with a Technic pin received in it. Right. So that's the piece I wanted to use in the worst way to do this. But when I was designing it, this piece wasn't made in yellow.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I didn't want to make it in black. I didn't want to make it in gray. I needed it to be yellow. And so I just had to come up with another way to make that curve. And I just kind of flipped through the catalog and looked at
that's smart.
Curve pieces and came up with the use of these Technic pieces. Yeah.
That's really smart because the bumper goes over and covers the bottom part there.
Absolutely. So
that's really cool.
You use a grate or a grill with those Technic pin bushings, and then you cover it with a hubcap or a fender. And the funniest part of that is not even 9 months later, the Daily Bugle came out, and guess what piece now comes?
Oh, that's funny. I probably got it from there too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because I parted it out using the Creator Taxi first as my base, and then I had to venture out from there.
Yep.
So there you go. You can see the front is all covered there. It looks awesome.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah. So just problem solving, right? You that's a big part of the design process too, is just kind of looking at the parts in the catalog and figuring out what can make the shape that you're looking for, and then just figuring out how to make it stick and make it stable.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty. Speaking of parts that you couldn't find, I was working on parting out a Lego Ideas Kuso set, the submarine, and there is a part that only designed, that only comes from that set, and it's the orange fin. So I guess what I'm trying to say is Lego's never made another set using that orange fin. And so there's only one rebrickable seller, or it's not rebrickable, one seller on Bricklink who is selling one piece of plastic, this little fin, for $414 Canadian. He wants for it. It's nuts.
You would think you can just get the submarine for $400 or less.
I think you might be able to. I think you probably could, at least used. I don't know. And I'm not sure if his is new or not, but it's unbelievable. I made a little short video. I'm going to release it tomorrow morning on it, like a little reel. So what is the point of the reel was I wasn't going to pay for that. So what I did was I just ordered for $12 some orange spray paint from Amazon, and I have a part that's the exact piece, and so I spray painted it orange. And I should go check on it. It's in the garage. I should probably do another coat or two, but for what it is, it's going to be fine.
It's funny. Copper earlier said you should have just used the Sharpie.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I'm spray painting it. I'll give it a couple coats, and I think that's going to be the way of bypassing this $414 part. It's unbelievable. I've heard of price gouging and some sellers not having great prices because taking advantage of exclusive parts, but that's the most atrocious one I've ever seen. It's unbelievable. $414 for one little piece. It's nuts.
Yeah. So,
and it's not necessarily that it's unique. It's for example, a white one is 20 cents at the most.
But like you said,
there you go.
Came with one set.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brennan O's here, and I saw Brightest Witch Bricks. Lauren is here as well. Welcome.
Okay, thank you, Brightest Witch Bricks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, it like you said, one set it came in. It's not. Brick Monkey says 400 Canadian. That's like $20 US. She's not. It came in one set, and that first submarine, I think that was a pretty rare set. Like, it was not a ton of copies sold. I'm
Okay.
trying to think, was that one Asia Pacific only? Because a lot of the very first
the cover of it, it's 1 second, I'll look it up here.
Yeah, while you're looking at that up, David says people also pay $1,000 for Boba Fett. $2,000. That's the going rate for Cloud City Boba Fett now. Craziness. Brennan asks what I'm working on. I am hoping to finish up the DeLorean now, but I will talk about something else. So while you're looking that up, so. Yep. I recently designed this nice little walkie-talkie or Lego radio out of
brick. That thing is amazing.
As another, what's the design process? This was we were, myself and Easy Craftsman, we'd play around with this big plastic one that came in the Target X collection. These big plastic pieces, really nice piece, but they didn't, obviously there's no Targets in Canada anymore. And so our Canadian friend, Brick Building Biker, he was a little sad, feeling left out that he didn't have a giant walkie-talkie while Eric and I were, chatting with ours. So I just thought, well, why not try? And hey, Emily's here, the Trade Company. Welcome.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Emily.
Very nice to see
you. Thanks for stopping by.
I thought I'd put one together for him. So, I measured right up against that thing and got some measurements on the lengths and the widths of parts, and actually was pretty close to accurate on it. And so I just kind of fiddled around in studio, and then learned my lesson this time. I didn't make instructions yet for this because I wanted to build it myself. So
it looks pretty 1-to-1 on scale.
It's really close. So I got all the parts in. I built it, and then my oldest son said, why don't you, or can the knobs turn, the channel knobs? And I said, well, no, I designed it just with snot bricks, so they would have been stationary. I said, but that's something I can easily change out. I can put some Technic bricks in there and put some bushings in there. And so I've got knobs that turn now, so you can change your channel. And so you can spin these knobs, both of these. And then Eric and Kevin both said, well, can you make this button push? And obviously it's just solid. This is on a snot brick as well. But today, before the stream, I worked out the design to make the button push. So I've ordered the parts now, and you'll be able to push this button in. I'm going to take a couple of spring pieces out of clicky ink pens, just the springs that go in here, and those will go inside here. So non-Lego, but you'll be able to depress this button, and it'll be able to spring back in place. So I'm pretty excited about that. This is again something you just kind of fiddle with, that you get an idea for, and just let it go.
That's awesome, dude. No, yeah, that's fantastic. I guarantee that would be a good instruction to have on Rebrickable.
Yeah, so I will. That's why, I've been kind of working out all the tweaks, and so now that I have it, I think where I want it, I'm going to. I think I will go ahead and work the instructions out and put them up there for people to buy.
Here, I'll show that sub. So here it is here.
Oh, yeah.
The box art, or whatever it is, looks like it's potentially Asian, from the Asian market. I'm not too sure. It says released 2011.
I think it was.
Yeah, here it is. Limited edition, 10,000, released in Japan.
There you go. Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to get the minifigure that came with it.
Oh, you did get the minifigure with it?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So the minifigure was nothing. Let's share this page. The right here you can see is only one seller having an orange piece, and he wants $414.92.
And probably like $300 shipping from Italy too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's new, but there it is right there. So I'm not bitter about it.
Maybe a little.
What's going on here in the chat? Yes, put it on Rebrickable. Brandon O. Awesome. All right, so the tax is going good here. You know what? I haven't gotten to it yet. It'll probably be the last thing, eh? The taxi sign is the last thing.
Yeah. So we can talk about that too. So I have
just 1 second here, Tanner. Sorry. Yeah. I just want to show off the front entrance here real quick here, because I didn't have it fully built when I was showing it off before. I want to give it justice here because I think I had it some studs exposed. So
yeah,
she's looking good. All right, sorry about that. I just want to get that out of the way there before.
All right. So yeah, I did get a couple complaints from people that were building this or trying to scrape the parts together because the doors, they're not the standard size door. They're the 3 bricks tall or the 2 bricks tall doors.
2 bricks tall. 2 by 3.
2 by 3. They're a little harder to come by, and let's see. I think the hood piece is a little tougher to come by, but really the big one is this tile. So this tile here is a printed taxi tile, and you can see mine's pretty worn. It's it only came in one set in the 70s, and hasn't been in anything since then. So you can't find this in the US anymore. I looked on Bricklink the other day. The only places you can find them is in Europe, and they're all used, obviously. You can easily sub out, either stickered parts. The new taxi has some stickers. I think, Andrew, you're going to use on it. So you can easily
have the yellow ones.
This piece right here is officially older than I am.
That's funny. Did you have are you the first child in your family to have Lego? Like, do you have siblings that you got their Lego or anything like that, or?
Yeah, so I have 2 older siblings. I have an older brother and an older sister. My brother wasn't into Lego though, so he was never really into it. He got a few sets. He'd get some of the fire stations before, but I didn't really like the fire stations then. The old school Lego fire station. So I kind of did my own thing. I was really big into the Pirates and the Islanders sets. That was my big theme, that I was trying to collect all of them. I don't know if you remember the Islanders. And then
you know what? Not very familiar with the Highlanders. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, that's cool though.
Yeah, they're like they're natives, right? And so they had big, native masks and headdresses, and they
okay, I can picture this now.
Had bones in their hair, and I loved them. They were
awesome. I would think of like Aztec or something, maybe.
Exactly, yeah, Aztec or Mayan, like that.
All right.
And then I also love the Arctic planet or the ice planet stuff. That was they were blue and white and came with those translucent bright orange like chainsaws and things like that. I
didn't get very many of those. I know Brad was big into that.
He was.
I didn't get into the ice ones, I guess, but I saw them, and I definitely, like, if I had a choice, my parents were like, would you like that? I would have said yes for sure, but I only got like 1 or 2 sets like a year, and so I just stuck with like one big I had a Wild West Fort Legoredo. For some reason I have a hard time saying that one. Fort Legoredo. Yeah, I actually had a pretty good
fantastic set. The local place here has that one, that Fort Legoredo here, and they want, I don't know, $400 for it.
Is it used or brand new?
Brand new.
Sorry, everybody, I was moving fast. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Brand new is pretty neat.
Rick Brickham's here. Hello, sir. Nice to see you.
Oh, excellent. Good evening, Rick. Thanks for stopping by. Brickham's Den, yes. Brian, you. Yeah, so Rick, we're just in the middle of his taxi here. I'm about step 18 right now, so we're near completion. It has the capability of holding 3 minifigures inside.
Yes, sir.
And a trunk that you can put junk in.
You can put all the junk in the trunk. It's not big enough to put your bike in it, though.
Yes. All right. That's good. All right. Oops. Now we're falling off.
Yeah, Rick, I'm sure 400 new in box is a good deal, although I'd be really scared of Brittle Brown in that set, getting it out there. They had a used one, too, and it wasn't that much. I just didn't know if it came with all the minifigures of that Fort Laredo. Or Legoredo, I guess it was.
Yeah. I think I have most of the figures. I'm sure I have I've taken that set apart like 100 times and built it back. Like I think as a kid, is that something that you would do a lot? Probably take the same
Absolutely.
set. Yeah.
That's so not only taking it apart, but I don't know, when I was a kid and when you were a kid, I'm sure Lego on the manuals would have alternate builds. They'd have it on the books, they'd have it on the manuals, right? And
I never ventured because I never saw the instructions.
Well, I always just tried to figure it out. I tried to build it with the pieces and see if I could come up with it, because it was that was just a fun thing to do, see if you could figure it out.
Oh, that's wicked.
Brett Hooper got me into looking for the Adventures theme. That's a theme that wasn't around when I was in my prime younger Lego days, and when I went to college, it was then, so I missed out on that theme and then saw it. And I'm a big Indiana Jones guy. You are as well. So I saw those, and it just a fantastic theme, and very inspired by Indiana Jones and some of that other stuff. So I've been keeping my eyes out for some of those Johnny Thunder sets and the Adventurer sets.
Yeah, that's great. It's pretty funny how some sets, like as soon as you said the adventure sets there, like I was thinking of Brett, like how and then like whenever I see the Castaway guy, I think of you every time. Like how it's funny how some of these Lego things are just synonymous with certain people. And adventures. Yeah, that's there he is here, Brett. Haha. Yeah, you got someone hooked into the theme there. I don't think I have any adventurers. I have one of the older sets I have is like a dinosaur set.
Yeah.
Is that different? That's a different theme. It's
no, that's adventurers.
You know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, it might be adventurers. Yeah, it's a little pterodactyl. It's a white, like molded one, and some sort of flyer.
The ones I've been looking at, and I'm hoping that I can find one in Chicago for a decent price, but the ones I've been looking at, there's a couple of Egyptian themed ones. Obviously, if you built the haunted house, and I know you have because I can see it in the background, that was very inspired by the Adventurers theme. And so several of those characters, Baron von Baron and some of those other characters, some of like the Anubis statues, and those, there's some sets. There's one set that's got a really cool plane, and it's got a nice little tomb that you can get in a sarcophagus as well. That's what I'm trying to keep my eye out on.
Yeah. That's cool. Here's the trunk is now completed here. It's a pretty nice little build here. I'm just curious here, maybe I'm just not thinking hard enough. This red piece, was that supposed to symbolize something?
Yeah, that's the trunk release, right?
Oh, okay.
In case you get stuck in the trunk, you can hit that button.
Excellent. Always thinking. It's all about the details, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Brett says he's trying to get Rick into Adventures theme now. I won't stop him because it's just too cool to not get into it. It's excellent.
That'd be a cool theme to bring back, something like that. Is there some rumors of some Indiana Jones sets coming back?
Yeah, there will be a new movie coming out, I think, next year, and so definite rumors that one's going to be coming. I think in the October timeframe of this year, we'll get some new indie sets.
Okay.
Brick Building Biker says it's the panic button. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, I'm on the lookout for that. There was a Jungle River one in my local shop that it was new in box for, I want to say it was $350. I did not pull the trigger on that one because I'm not as big a fan of the ones with the boats, but I do want one of those that's got the old biplane and some of the Egyptian stuff.
Yeah, you said the biplane there.
Yeah, there's several of them with biplanes.
Nice. All right, I'm coming up to the taxi part here now. Now I'm just deciding. Yeah, I'll just use the yellow. It's all good. Sure. Okay, because I'm going to be going with the yellow sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I should stick with a yellow tile or black tile? Oh, I guess
would
black
put
tile.
it on a black tile just so it has a little outline there.
All right, grab one.
There's Martin's here. Brick Snaps, welcome, buddy.
Oh, awesome.
He says, congratulations on your first live. Big congratulations on your first live, Andrew. You're a natural.
Awesome, Martin. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you very much. That's awesome. Yes, the first live, I'd say it's going pretty well. Every once in a while, I forget the chat's there because I'm in the middle of the build here. But luckily, Tannjam's on it for me.
And he said you're flexing on your Lego City over there. Absolutely.
Yes. You know what? That's one thing I can flex with as far as Lego goes. So I don't mind. One thing I wanted to do when I created this channel was kind of keep up to date with all the different updates in my city. And for the last, I think the last update, I think I went through my channel there a bit, and it was like a lost summer one from like maybe even, I guess, last summer. So I haven't really done one all fall or all winter. But so whenever I have a chance, I'll like to show it off here a bit. But right now, I literally have just taken all my sets. I threw them all on the ground because originally both my tables, I had two groups of tables. I had a set of tables along that side, a set of tables along that side, and I've now morphed them all back together here in the middle. And because I'm going to be doing some moving here in the next couple months, I haven't really finalized any final plans on it. But I have a new place. I'm going to have a new room. It's going to be pretty large, I think. But now I'm coming up with a new layout, and I'm torn between. I like to be able to walk around the whole city and see it, but now I'm kind of thinking about going back to potentially having the city along the wall with maybe some different levels. But I don't know. The main key I want to keep in my the Lego room is I want to be able to have my displays up.
Absolutely.
So anyways, I have it's a good problem to have, trying to figure out where to put all that Lego.
Yeah, so there's some really fantastic cities that you can walk around, obviously, but there's some really great ones that are just, forward facing or side facing that are up against the wall. They've got a nice background in the back. And I tell you that it does make it easier too to put up other shelves. I feel really conscious about, my city's kind of in the middle of the room and I've got shelves that go on it, and you can't really put anything on the lower shelves because you can't see them if the table's in front of it. So that's one thing I'm really considering when I finish the basement down here. I'm considering doing that, just pushing the city up against the wall and kind of going at it for, 3 viewing angles instead of trying to do 4 viewing angles.
Oops. Hey, Brick Girl. Sorry to make you keep that comment up there for so long.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to yours. So, Andrew, you obviously a lot of inspiration from you on the Mills journey.
Thank you.
You're one of the early adopters in the community, and I think a lot of people have followed suit lately, including myself, and learned a lot from you with working out some road designs and just some great inspiration. I can't wait to see the detail work you do after you move into the new place. It's gonna be awesome.
I appreciate it, dude. That's awesome. Kind words there. Yeah, I knew I wanted to once I knew I was gonna take on building a city, I wanted to make sure, because I was starting right from scratch, that I was going to be starting on the right foot. I didn't want to go one way and then have to revert back to a different way or whatnot. And Yeah, it's a big decision to switch, I think, over to mill. Or not a big decision. It is a thing you need to decide though, because it is kind of part and labor intensive to go that route.
Yeah.
And especially if you've already started a different way to convert back, it's not impossible. I think I had to do about 12. I forget how many I did. I forget how many originally modulars I had before I made the switch, but actually, no. I think what I'm thinking of is my first original purchase of modular buildings. I bought 4 modular buildings in one go, and they were all pre-built on base plates. So I think those ones I had to convert.
Absolutely.
So actually, that was that was a long time ago. That was the very first like big trip I ever did, big GG haul, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
I drove to Toronto. I met Brett Ski for the first time. And it was right very early into the pandemic, so like it was. I remember like I wasn't telling anyone in my family I was going up there because like going to Toronto, the big city, was like a taboo. Like, oh no, that's where everyone's getting sick and
Never
all that. So yeah, Richie knows like a Mary.
We'll see you later, Rick. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Yes, for sure, Rick.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, Rick, that's awesome, dude. I really appreciate you stopping in here, and everyone else for sure. I'm kind of hit a bit of a problem here, everybody. I'm missing a tire. Oh, no. I have 3 completed wheels here, but I somehow dropped my tire. So
I'm gonna catch up with some of the chat. So Copper said, "Did you see Muppet CMFs for May 1st?" I did see that. I'm really excited about Muppets minifigures. They look amazing. At least what's come out. Easy Craftsman had a terrible joke. He said, "What if the plane is approaching? Is that a high plane?" Awful. And
that's what you're under, guys.
A lot of people talking about Mills. Brixie says Mills is like marriage. I can see that as well. Definitely can see that. Costs you a lot of money, and but it's worth it in the end. I think that's what he was going for with that comment. You can make it a nice little handicap like Kevin made it, and just go 3 wheels.
Just like Mr. Bean in a 3-wheel car, right?
There you go, exactly. Just like absolutely.
No, I think Rick's gone now, so I can maybe get away with saying this. I think on one of his vehicles, he only has wheels on the one side. So I'll if you can do it, I can do it there too. So
you can just put it in the city and have somebody like alongside the road changing out the tire.
There you go. I'll have maybe Green Goblin blowing something up for the fire.
Perfect. You want to pull out that bridge and show it off? I think everybody would love to see it. I know you've put a picture on Instagram. I think this morning, right, or was it yesterday?
I did. I think I put a video out this morning, maybe, or maybe it was last night. Yeah. I don't really remember. But that one video of me like going by in the field.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, for sure. I definitely love to show it off. For sure. Oh, ask me twice. I'll just bring my camera over, I think. Or I'll pull it out. It's really strong. Only thing is I have a fishing store in front of it. Wouldn't that be funny? This would be the place to drop it.
Well, wasn't it the night you were you built the Daily Bugle? You built with Kevin and I, and you almost dropped it that night, didn't you? The Daily Bugle.
Oh, I don't know. I definitely remember building it. I definitely had it on the milk plate and carried it. But I mean, I have to go back to the stream. I don't know. It's possible.
So I mean, absolutely epic. Look at the scale of that bridge. So I know you started off with just 2 of the bridge battle sets, and that was your inspiration for that. But tell us a little bit more about, how you started and how you got to that point of this absolutely epic build.
Yeah. So this is the original box right here, and yeah, and this is the final. It's awesome. So I'll just use this camera here. can. Of course I can. So right over here, I'll just show it off. We have a trap door. Oh my god! Oh, fun enough for that. Of course, I just break something. So, I'll show you this real quick. I extended the base a few more studs, and to hide all the ugliness, I just put some snot bricks, and there you go. So I'm happy with that. But where is this piece here? Not as easy with. There we go. So this trap door opens up here. And it's funny, the original taxi that they made with the set can fit in it. It can drop down and make it look like there's like some chaos going on, but no other vehicle. Below it, there is a kind of a Spider-Man kind of like hideaway, maybe. I don't know. I know he doesn't hide underneath the bridge, but there's a bunch of webs around it. And you can put like a bad guy in there so people can drop into there. And
I was gonna say that hole just doesn't have to be for a car. You know, you can have figures falling down that hole too, right?
Oh, for sure. And their original like kind of a handle they had was just this really ugly tan Technic brick. Actually, this guy right here. And so I ended up swapping that out and made the brick built here and had it just seamlessly fit into the side there.
Yeah, it looks
so you can't tell it's there. And then over here on this side, we have the trap door here where you can stop a car on it, whatever. And or people as well. Just put a minifigure on there. And just like the
right in too, right? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know how Marvel movies, these walls like impossibly break away. The one I'm thinking of in particular is from Spider-Man. You know, when they're up on the balcony and Mary Jane's on that ledge.
Yep.
And there's like you can see the cables holding it on. Like it would never do that in real life. But yeah, so originally as well, while we have it here, the road was 10 studs wide, and I ended up expanding it to 22 studs wide with the expanded roads, just like Bevan's Bricks does with his roads. That's where I got that from. And I don't know if have you ever met him, St. Louis Brick Co. or St. Louis?
Yep.
I got that design for the tire or the grates in the sewer from him. He did something like that, and so I ended up doing that. So I keep that throughout my entire city for the most part. You can kind of see them going down there. But I think it just looks cool. You know what? Let's get rid of this taxi. Let's put another taxi on here.
There you go.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, so you got the new road plates on there, right? So you integrated the new road plates with it. Yeah, it just looks great. And I'm sure that adds some real structure to the build as well.
Oh yeah. Actually, one thing here to I can show off a bit of the strength of this thing. I'm pretty happy with it. Maybe I'll take a second.
Jordan says the Tannjam figure would look great under that bridge. He's not wrong.
Guys, trying to adjust this camera on the go. There, that looks better, eh? All right, cool. Oh, and we're slowly dropping.
PBJ says that huge bridge looks so good each time I see it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What happened here, though?
So, Andrew, why did you decide to do this? Like, what was your end goal with building this epic bridge?
I just wanted to. Well, actually, you know what? I was inspired. Like going back to inspiration, I was inspired by somebody else. I saw that somebody else took two of these sets, and they only had it 10 studs wide. They didn't use the new road plates. And one person had their train going through it, and they took two of the sets and did it. And someone else, I think, just took two sets, and I think they even just had them going back to back or something. But I saw that, and I thought, wow, I would like to do that and make it bigger and use the new road plates. And it just went for it. And it wasn't too bad. The first thing I started with was building the base of the bridge, And then once I knew I could build that, and it was like I have very familiar with making those plates. It was so strong and sturdy. It was as simple as just throwing something up under, like throwing these supports underneath it and these cables and stuff up on top. So yeah, I just wanted to. I'm gonna take this apart real quick here because it's pretty. My son put some of the figures on here. I didn't mean to have these figures on here. What's the point of having Lego if you can't play with it, right?
Absolutely.
So
Brightest Witch Brick says award for best instant placement of a taxi build.
Thank you very much. Yes.
It fits right in. I think you need a couple of them. You need a couple taxis up there on that bridge.
There we go. So I have this is the middle plate right here.
Oh,
and
so it's like completely modular, right? You got your
100%. So I'm holding it by the edge here, and it's not breaking at all, as you guys can see here. So yeah, it's really strong. I'm really happy with that. So this is hilarious. Like this thing, I moved it and took it with me on a little trip to get some cool shots by the water, and it was literally as just putting one piece in a box, putting another piece in a box, and then throwing that the middle piece of the bridge inside, and took a little trip down to the lake and got some cool drone footage of the bridge in the middle of a field. So stay tuned for some footage of that sometime. I don't know how I'll do it, but also one reason I'm taking this apart here, I can show you, is taking it apart like this makes me think I could actually travel this around to different places, like potentially Brick World. If I do, I would saran wrap it and just put them in like section. I put all 3 rows on top of each other, and then I would saran wrap everything. But potentially, some people I know might be driving. I potentially have 2 different people possibly driving that I might be able to throw it in, so that I can just fly down the next day. But
don't see that like that. Potentially means you need to bring it, buddy. I think that would be a huge hit. Really
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm just going to throw it right back together. It's not too bad. It's a little nerve-wracking having 21 people watching, but it's all good. Take this Scarlet Spider off. So I have 2 of these sets, and so that means I have 2 sets of figures. And I think this one Scarlet Spider is a pretty expensive figure by itself. Or not, she's not the Scarlet Spider. I'm sorry. Thank you very much, Moira there. I hope to bring it to Chicago and you can see it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely should.
And this Goblin's pretty neat. But that Daily Bugle, those figures in the Daily Bugle are awesome, eh?
They are, and it's got me hoping that obviously there's a big rumored Marvel build coming later this summer. Hopefully they'll come with lots more epic minifigures.
Oh yeah, definitely, that'd be great. One thing that's pretty interesting in this set here, I'm not sure where he is. There's Craven the Hunter.
Yep.
He was kind of teased in that last Spider-Man movie. I don't know. There was a silhouette of him, and I won't say too much. Maybe if people haven't seen him, but I think there was a bunch of silhouettes of different figure or different people that might be in the coming up. So I remember when I was younger, I was big into watching the Spider-Man and Batman cartoon series. Yeah. So sometimes, like, is that those both of them, are they close to the comic books, or no? Are they their own thing?
Yeah, they're kind of their own thing. There's some things that were in those series that were in the comic books. They play on some of those, and it's mainly about the characters. Same thing with the 1990s X-Men show. It was somewhat like the comics, but mainly just they did their own thing and had your favorite characters, right?
Oh, how great was that the Wolverine minifigure coming out that just came out?
Yeah, I picked it up. I haven't built the mech yet, but I'm looking forward to way more X-Men figures. I really hope they put several more out there, because think I was still in the dark ages the last time the X-Men figures came out, and I loved that show. I loved the show. I loved the comics. That was my favorite comic book.
My son, I can show you. It might be hard to see it exactly. Dex, he put these two pieces when the bridge was out by the water into the water, so it looked like the bridge was breaking and like falling into the midair. So I thought that was pretty clever that he did that. Like, you know what I mean? Like sorry. So there's a little button here. I can press this and the side of the bridge breaks off. So he took the portion of the bridge breaking off and like put it suspended in the air with some clear bricks.
That is cool.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought it was pretty clever that he did that. Kids, man.
So, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask about your kids real quick there about what kind of building you guys do together.
Yeah. So I don't know. My two younger ones, they aren't as into it as my oldest. My oldest is kind of, he's getting ready to be a teenager. He'll be 13 later this year. He likes watching the stuff that I build, and he helps me with some of the big sets as well. I just got the Titanic. He will certainly be helping me with that when I crack that big guy open. But
that's awesome.
He likes the Minecraft stuff. He set up a big Minecraft city in his room. He's got most of those collections. And then my middle son, he's very selective on what Lego he likes. He likes some of the Harry Potter stuff. He likes some of the Marvel stuff. And then my daughter, she's got a big collection of Friends stuff, but she likes some of the Star Wars stuff too. She just kind of.
Do you use much of the Friends pieces in your building?
Sometimes I do. They're fantastic sets. Like, people really take Friends for granted just because of the mini dolls. It gets a bad rap, and I think people are starting to realize how good some of the Friends sets and builds are. And
good night, Oldendorf,
and stuff like that. Good night, Oldendorf.
Thanks for showing up, buddy. I appreciate it. It's late over there.
But yeah,
yeah, I have in my city one of the Friends treehouse, and I was really interested in the that kind of Friends modular building they had. It's not a modular building, but like that storefront kind of area, or like but I didn't get it, and I'm not in a big rush to get it right now.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff goes on sale too, because again, people take it for granted. So
yeah, that's true. One thing I am a big collector for Lego is Lego Ideas, hence that like submarine, which I was trying to build. So I'm trying to get the entire Ideas collection, and we're up to 40 already. And it's crazy. I think when a couple years ago, they might've been at 28 or not even, like maybe 26 or 24. Like, they've had so many in the last year. It's nuts. Which I'm not complaining. Keep them coming.
Just think of how much more they could have. I mean,
oh my gosh,
you're only getting 2 to 3 sets through a review phase, and there's so much hitting 10,000.
Yeah, I hope they don't change that. I don't know. I don't know, because I think 10,000 made sense when there wasn't as big of a following, maybe. But now that there is, it might be more interesting to make it higher. I mean, at least. That might get less numbers, right? That'd be harder to get.
Yeah, but they have to do something. Yeah.
Yeah, the fishing store. I got the fishing store back there. I bought that one used. A lot of the sets I have, I bought and used. I don't mind buying used. I don't like buying used in bad condition by any means. I try to buy the best condition. I'll buy, but I have bought in sets that are just covered and caked in dust. Actually, I got an ATSC UCS that's just covered, and I gotta like do a big bath with a big brush on it and do it. I've seen someone take one of the toilet bowl scrubbers and put it on a drill.
On a drill,
and put that around. I don't know if I'll do that, but I'm definitely gonna have to do some heavy duty cleaning on that one. But the point of that is I'm getting all these awesome sets at really good deals, and you know what? I even get, if you follow your local classifieds, you might find something on a good deal. Like,
you might, but Andrew snatches it up from you before.
You might. Exactly. Tanner's got it. You think it'll be all? You better check quick and get your notifications on. I don't have notifications on for sure, but I do have a habit of checking it. And I met this one person now. I've gone and driven to her place a couple times, and I picked up the piano, the Ideas piano set, and it was $300 Canadian I paid.
That's
and
not bad.
yeah, the box was not great looking, but and it's funny. My girlfriend as well was a little skeptical, and so I opened as soon as we got home. She was like immediately like open it up, like just to make sure. And you know how like when you open a brand new set, like you usually want to open it up when you're ready to build it, right?
Yeah.
And so I was, but I was a little skeptical as well. However, I bought something off them before, so I thought it was going to be good. Anyways, long story short, cracked it open. It's all in bags, and it's another idea set to add to the collection.
Yeah, I've bought a lot of used stuff as well. And like you, Ideas is my favorite theme, hands down. Now, I'm a big Star Wars fan. For a while, all I was collecting is Star Wars, but Ideas just knocks it out of the park almost every set. I'm trying to remember the last clunker from Ideas, and I can't think of one. Like the Sesame Street was a little bit rough, but the minifigures were all great in it. Just everything that's come out has been.
I just finished building that set recently. The Lego idea, not the Lego idea. It is Lego ideas. The Sesame Street. And the funny thing about it is, I did a reverse build on it because I don't know. In my mind, my recollection when I was a kid, when you walked out of the stoop, Oscar the Grouch was always on like the left side or the camera side, right side. So I know now, like when you look it up, like the new Sesame Street, this is exactly what it looks like. But anyways, just in my recollection, that's what it was. So I made mine reverse, and it's funny because I'm like, oh yeah, I did the right thing. And then I like look, I think obviously, if you want it to be exactly what it looks like now, build it the way it's designed. But
now you did the double one, the one that uses two sets, right?
Yes, I took two sets to do it. Yeah, I was trying to build it with you. I just couldn't find it. Find one for the life of me. And now I see a few of them on my classifieds, on my local pages there. I could see there. So
somebody was mentioning earlier, I'm going to be bringing some stuff to Brickworld, some mosaics. I'm going to be bringing these three pieces here, these Star Wars mosaics. I've got one more that's finished now, but I don't want to show it until Brickworld, but I'm pretty excited about that one. And then randomly, I built for an online challenge that the Brickmaster 2022, Alyssa, she does. I built a pretty large size Wolverine. I had no intention of building it for real. I just built it digitally. And then I kind of got talked into it with the response I got off Instagram. So this is how big this is going to be.
That's massive. That's funny. That looks like an art piece by itself.
So this is how large this piece is going to be. This Wolverine is now. Looks kind of like a coat of many colors. I got some off-brand base plates so I could cut them and glue them to this board, and so I've got some parts on there holding it together, obviously. But this is all going to be covered up. But this will be the Wolverine, and yes, it's going to be large. This is about the size of 2 of the Ultimate Iron Mans. That's how large it is. So I'm pretty pumped about that. I've got all the parts on order to do this one from a couple sellers in Germany. And this one is coming to Chicago with me as well.
Do you, I'm just trying to go through my Instagram here, but it might be faster for you. Do you have an image you could throw up real quick?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Once again, thank you everybody for showing up here tonight. I really appreciate you guys coming on to the first stream here on the Brick and Brood YouTube channel.
I don't know if it'll let me put a link in there, Andrew, since
I believe you have the ability to share. I'm not sure. I thought you were.
Oh, share on StreamYard? Yeah, I can. Let me pull it up here. Talking while I'm pulling it up.
Yep. I'm assuming that's an art. I'm not very good. Is that like an artist maybe?
It's a print from the comic book, one of the old X-Men comic books.
No, sorry. Brian Johnson said it looks like a silhouette.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would believe that's an artist. Let me see if I can find it here. All right. Hopefully you all can see this.
Oh, sorry. I got added to the stream. I apologize.
Oh, you're fine.
Are you good?
Oh yeah, that will be the size of this, and if you can't see all the blue here, the blue dots, those are studs. So those are 1x1 studs to give that.
So that was one question I was going to ask you. You used a bunch of different colors for your base, so it's not going to matter as your base. It's all going to be covered.
All will be covered with plate. Yeah, and I went with plate instead of studs, just so I could add some of the studs on top of that to give that comic book halftone print. I have tweaked the design a little bit since I posted this, so some of the reddish brown that you see in here is gone now. It's just dark brown, and then the face, this was actually light nougat, and I changed it to tan because light nougat was going to be really expensive to get. So the face looks good. And yeah, it'll. I'm excited. I can't wait to do it. Now, what I also may do with this is I may put some lighting in it and have these starbursts backlit so that they shimmer. And then it's
crazy. It looks like it's shimmering already.
Yeah. Yeah. So I may put some LEDs in here as well. It'll be my first lighting experience. So yeah, I am pretty excited to get that built. And
Jordan said his mother would hang that up in her house.
You think so?
Or maybe she's talking about the thing in the background.
Oh.
Yeah, I will just stick with Wolverine.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the piece that's in the art gallery, right? In the new modular.
It does.
So I got those base plates. Those are strictly bricks base plates, and the Brick Huntress, she really good mosaic builder. She actually told me about those. She said those are the best off-brand ones. As I said, I didn't want to cut Lego base plates or glue Lego base plates and trash them. So I got 12 of those for like $30 on Amazon.
Cool.
So, and then just glued them right to the MDF.
That's smart.
Brick building biker, I will need your help doing the lighting stuff because I'm not an electrical engineer. I've never done that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, he's got lots of cool lighting. I've never dove into lighting yet. That's one thing I would love to do. I love seeing art. Seeing when you see art lit up, that's surprising. That's always cool. That's something you definitely don't see often, but it happens. Obviously, the lightsaber. But just like I like seeing cities lit up a lot. I think it looks awesome. Mr. Bookie Boo's got an awesome city lit up. There's a million people haven't lit up, but not a million. But a bunch of people have lit up, and that's one thing eventually I want to add. And that's one thing I kind of always said when I was doing mills, like, it's going to make adding lights easier. I might not end up doing it, but just having the option, and just hide it better. You don't need to have mills to add lights, right?
Absolutely.
And what's his name? Bevan's Bricks. Daryl. He does awesome custom electrical work all the time, all over his entire city. So that makes me think that it's not like necessarily like too. Not saying what he makes it look like anyone can do it, but just like, I mean, you can hide some. I can hide some wires, I think. But as far as electrical circuits, like knowing all the different loads and like how many lights I could put on to one like circuit with, I really have no clue what I'm saying right now. Actually, I have to get a kit and play around with it. Hey, Moon Man, thanks for showing up.
Hey, man, nice to see you.
Yeah, the taxi's done, and she's a beaut. Nice front end there, and definitely gotta check out that back end, the trunk there.
So Moon Man's gonna be your next guest, I think, right? On your next stream.
That's my plan. I've already got all the parts I require for his. He's got a few more parts than yours. But he ended up taking I don't know if it's Lego. I shall grab it.
It was ideas. It was an ideas contest that was a gift with purpose. Right?
So, yeah, it was one. I guess this is Lego Ideas. So he took this car and he made it a lot better. He made it 6 studs. Or no, from 6 studs to 8 studs.
Yeah, 8 wide conversion, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I have all the parts for that. And yeah, that's gonna be my next live build in a couple weeks, I believe. I haven't firmed up plans. We'll see. I just know next weekend I'm gonna be gone. I'm taking a weekend off. Me and my girlfriend are going to Los Angeles. So we're going in 3 days.
Exciting. Are you doing Disney? Or are you doing?
No, we're doing more. We're just kind of taking it easy. Like we're doing kind of sightseeing stuff. I would love to go to Disney. Trust me. But I think we're just going to be doing more touristy things. Like, so for example, the first day we're showing up and we're flying in early around, I think we show up around 10:30 a.m. LA time. And we're going to get a convertible Mustang, and we're going to take that down to I think Venice Beach. Or we're going to go to a bunch of them. I forget which one has the pier, Santa Monica. So we're going to go to Santa Monica probably first, and then just kind of see what's there, and then just head down the coast along. I think it's called Highway 1 for the most part.
Yep.
And just kind of like take in the Gold Coast, whatever they call it. And I think we're going down to La Jolla the first night, near San Diego, and then the next day we're going to be going to Joshua Tree. So it's going to be a big drive up the next day to Joshua Tree and spending a day there and a night and just hanging out in the desert. I don't know, we're going to get a photo shoot there. We bought a drone, so we're going to be flying our drone around the plan. And awesome. David S., we're leaving in 3 days. On Wednesday we're leaving. I guess technically, sorry, it's Thursday morning. Wednesday night we're going to my sister's. But awesome. Yes, we're really excited for it, and we're staying 2 nights in Hollywood. And I'm a huge fan of comedy. I love stand-up comedy, and we're gonna go to the Comedy Store on a Sunday night. And it's the end of one of their. They have like some sort of. I mean, they have shows all the time, obviously, but it's some sort of whatever showcase they have is ending that day. So I'm hopeful to see a bunch of my favorite comedians that day. But yeah, no, it's sorry.
I said you guys are gonna have a blast. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, for sure. And yeah, so it's gonna be no Lego for a bit, but I should not have to lie. I've already looked it up. We're gonna go to Bricks and Minifig Co. I think, is that what it's called? Or no, Bricks and Minifigs, or what's the one in the States? It's like a chain.
Bricks and Minifigs, yep. Yeah,
Bricks and Minifigs. There's one. Actually, not in La Jolla, but on the way there. I forget what city. Carlsbad, maybe, or maybe Carlsbad's where the Legoland is. So I think we're not going to go into Legoland, but if there's a store outside we can go to, that'd be sweet. And no, not San Francisco. We're not going to go north. I mean, we could, but we're not this trip for sure. It's just a short trip, just a little getaway. We wanted to just get some time to ourselves, I guess. We haven't really. We've been dating for 2 years now, and we really, because it's been during the pandemic, we haven't gone anywhere. So we're looking forward to doing that. So that's awesome. Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And she'll mind a couple stops, but Disneyland. I've actually been to Disneyland before. I haven't gone to California, like the California one, like one across the road from it. Like there's two parks there.
Yep.
And so I've done Disneyland, and that's really cool. But I have not, and Universal. My friend's aunt worked at Universal, so we were there for a couple weeks, staying at her place in Hollywood, and we went to Universal almost every day. I was young. It was like 12 or 13, but yeah, it was a great time. So, anyways, I'm kind of a veteran when it comes to Hollywood, so it's kind of I'll be taking her around, showing her around places.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the move soon after that, right?
Oh my gosh, dude. Yes. So this has been a long time coming. June 15th, we get the house, and it's a bit of I'll share this with everybody here. It's a little hairy with me going to Brick World due to the fact that oh, hey Bevan, thanks for coming in. Hey, no problem at all. I finished Tannjam's Taxi a little bit ago. It's pretty epic. I recommend you take a look at rebrickable.com. Although, oh no, I think Bevan's now officially taken everything off of rebrickable.com. And if you want any of his designs, you're gonna have to go to Bevan's Bricks, I think, possibly.com.
Yeah. And,
so that's cool.
Daryl's got a nice little taxi too. I know when I designed mine, I shared it with him, and he very similar to the one he built as well.
Okay. Does his have a trunk?
I don't know if his has a trunk.
Can you put junk in your trunk? Daryl, can you put junk in your trunk? Just joking. But yeah, no, this is a great design. And yeah, no, I'm excited to be able to share this with everybody here online and have you on here. And I'm excited, obviously, to do it again with Matt in a few weeks or whenever week works out for us. But yeah, I think that's awesome that so many people have all these cool designs. And I mean, I'm a small channel here, but if I can share it and have some fun doing it, I'm for sure going to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you inviting me. It's a big honor to be able to show off some of the stuff I've, spent some time on, and appreciated you asking me. And it's always good to talk with this great community.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, no, you made this really easy for me on here with my first stream here. It went by pretty quickly. I'm looking at the time here. I'm like, holy cow, we're flying by. I appreciate you. It looks like a lot of you stayed here for a majority of it. And Bevan showed up here at the very end. I really appreciate that. That's awesome. I hope to have more and have you guys stop by again and showcase some more things and maybe just have some casual builds and hanging out. I appreciate this guy. I wasn't sure if we were going to just finish off right at the very end of the build or not, but no, you got me to show off my bridge here. I appreciate that.
Well, your bridge is epic. You got to be proud of that thing.
Seriously. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, I'm very happy with it, and yeah, we'll see. If they have a show in Toronto, I'll definitely bring it to Toronto. I would say I'm 90% sure I'm going to bring it to Brick World. It kind of just, the one thing that my only hang up about bringing it is it's so large. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, if I want to stand beside it the entire 2 days that everyone's going to be walking by.
But you don't have to stand by it the whole time.
No, all right, fair enough. I appreciate that, Bevan. Yeah, if everyone here hasn't hit the like button, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I guess not. I mean, my one hope. Actually, you know what? I don't even know. I was gonna say my one hope is potentially that I know so many people that are going to be there.
Yeah.
And some people even suggested, well, for sure, if I do bring it, I'll have your taxi there. Like other people said that they'd potentially build some vehicles to add to the design here. So my hope was that maybe a few other people would be involved and maybe not just my set there. But I guess they have everything categorized, right? So like it's not like your Star Wars art's going to be beside my Spider-Man bridge, or if I don't know if I want to keep calling it a Spider-Man bridge or not. I kept all the features from the set, so I might as well.
Yeah, you definitely, when you put into display, you can choose which where you want it. If you want it grouped with other superhero stuff or other mosaics, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I will put it on a push cart. That's not a bad idea.
And then you can keep an eye on your minifigures so nobody tries to take one of those. Yeah, don't bring that Scarlet Spider. Leave her at home in case somebody tries to walk away with that.
Yeah, that's probably. You know what? I think I messed it up. I think this is the Scarlet Spider over here.
Oh, okay.
And that is Spider Girl.
Okay, got it.
Oh, I saw the funniest, like a pretty hilarious reel. I'm not too sure who did it, but it was the Toy Story clip of when Mr. Ham gets mad, and it was like a Spider-Man and Mr. Ham, and it was just hilarious. And like Spider Ham was getting mad, and like, oh, it was just, that part where he's like, "You won't like me when I'm angry." like on it. Anyways, so what a way to end the stream there.
Yeah, PBJ's right. Chicago's going to be epic. It'll be great stuff there. Great time seeing people. It'll be awesome. I think we'll all take lots of pictures there and share them with people because it's going to be a really cool convention.
Definitely. Yes, I cannot wait to meet everybody, to meet you guys, and see. It's funny. I've made a bunch of new friends. I have some friends the last couple of years. I'm looking forward to meeting. We have never met before in person. Although Bretsky, I got to meet him a few times, I guess. Yeah, and now I've met Rick a couple times too. Yeah. But to be able to get together is going to be surreal. And it's funny. I feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to be, and maybe other people are going to be talking about for the next 72 days or however long it is. And then, and maybe because I don't know, because it'll be my first big one here, and it's just exciting to see everybody. So I think, I think it's going to be absolutely epic, just like PBJ said. Oh my gosh. I love peanut butter. I think I'd be able to say PB properly.
And he's right. PBJ's saying it. Brick Hive saying it. Great stream. Andrew, you're a natural. Great first stream for you. It was my pleasure.
Thank you very much, guys.
With you.
All right. Yes. Once again, thank you very much, Tanner. I have lots of thank yous going on. I'm going to keep repeating myself here. And thank you, everybody, very much. And it seems like a good time to end it here. And I look forward to talking to you guys again and have you guys drop by. Once again, take care, everybody.
See you.